Welcome to Fluent English Conversation and Podcast, where we bring you real-life podcasts to help you master English, one podcast at a time. In today's episode, you'll listen in on a heartwarming podcast between a father and his daughter, filled with everyday English phrases and expressions. Whether you're learning English for the first time or brushing up on your skills, this podcast is the perfect way to immerse yourself in authentic American English. So, sit back, relax, and let's get started. Discussing about boyfriend. So I heard you've been spending much time with Chris lately.
Yeah, we've been hanging out a lot. He's lovely, and we have a lot in common.
That's great to hear. What's something fun you two have done recently?
Oh, we went to this new pizza place downtown. They have this crazy menu with all these unique toppings. We tried a pizza with pineapple and jalapenos.
Pineapple and jalapenos? It's an interesting combo. Did you like it?
It was surprisingly good. Chris was a bit skeptical at first, but he loved it too.
That's awesome. It's great to try new things together. How's he been with your friends?
He's fitting really well. The other day, we had a game night, and he was a hit. He even beat me at Monopoly, which I didn't see coming.
Monopoly champ. How does he handle the competition?
He's pretty laid back about it. He doesn't get too serious, which makes the game more fun. And he's always good-natured about losing too.
That's a good attitude to have. It's nice to see someone who can take a loss gracefully. Have you had any serious conversations with him yet?
Yeah, we talked about what we both want in the future. It was good to know we're on the same page about things like career goals and where we want to live eventually.
That's important. It's good to have those conversations early on. How do you feel about those discussions?
I feel positive about it. It's nice to know we're thinking about the same things. And it's reassuring to talk about our goals and dreams.
That's a great sign. Being on the same wavelength can make a relationship stronger. How's he been handling the pressure of school and work?
He's been doing well. He's juggling his part-time job and classes pretty effectively. Sometimes he gets stressed, but he manages it well.
That's impressive. Balancing everything can be tough. Does he talk to you about it when he's feeling overwhelmed?
Yeah, he does. He's open about his stress, and I try to be there for him. It helps to talk things out.
It's great that you're there for each other. Support in a relationship goes both ways. And what about your stress? How are you managing everything?
I'm doing okay. School's been busy, but I'm trying to stay organized. Chris has been helpful too. Gives me good advice and helps me stay focused.
That's great teamwork. It's important to have someone who supports you, especially when things get hectic. Do you two have any plans for the upcoming weekend?
We're thinking of going hiking. There's a trail we've been wanting to explore, and the weather looks perfect for it.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. Fresh air and a good hike can be refreshing. Make sure to take plenty of water and sunscreen.
Definitely. And we'll take some snacks too. Maybe we'll have a little picnic at the top.
That sounds like a fantastic plan. Enjoy your time together and make the most of it. Remember, if you ever need to talk or need advice, I'm always here.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate your support and advice. It helps a lot.
I'm glad to hear that. Now let's get this lunch finished up. I'm getting hungry.
Sounds good. I'll start on the salad.
Perfect. Finish up the sandwiches. We've got a great afternoon ahead. That sounds like a fantastic plan. Enjoy your time together and make the most of it. And remember, if you ever need to talk or need advice, I'm always here.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate your support and advice. It helps a lot.
I'm glad to hear that. So have you thought about any other plans for this summer?
Actually, we were talking about maybe taking a weekend trip to the beach. Chris loves the ocean, and I think it would be fun to get away for a bit.
A beach trip sounds like a blast. Have you looked into where you might go?
Not yet, but we're thinking about checking out a few places. Maybe somewhere not too crowded where we can just relax and enjoy the sun.
That sounds perfect. It's nice to have a change of scenery and some downtime. Just make sure you plan and keep safety in mind.
Definitely. We'll make sure everything is organized before we go.
Great. And don't forget to send me a postcard or two if you can.
Of course. I'll make sure to keep you updated on all the details.
Sounds like a plan. And by the way, how's Chris's family? Have you had a chance to get to know them better?
Yeah, I've met them a few times. They're nice and welcoming. We had dinner with them last weekend, and it was lovely.
That's great. Always nice to get along with the family. It makes things more comfortable and enjoyable.
Absolutely. I feel pretty comfortable with them, and I think they like me too.
I'm sure they do. And it's good that you're building strong connections with the people important to him.
Definitely. It's all part of making the relationship work. And it's nice to have that support from both sides.
Exactly. Support and understanding go a long way. If you ever need any advice or just want to talk things through, remember I'm here for you.
Thanks, Dad. It means a lot to know I have your support. I feel really lucky to have you backing me up.
I'm happy to be here for you. Now, let's finish up this lunch so we can relax a bit before the day's over.
Sounds good. I'll get the salad ready while you finish the sandwiches.
Perfect. Thanks for helping out. I'm looking forward to enjoying this meal with you.
Me too. It's nice to have these moments together.
Absolutely. These are the moments that count. A Sunday morning in the living room. Father and daughter are sitting on the couch enjoying coffee and discussing her career plan. So I heard you've been thinking a lot about your career lately. How's that going?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research and talking to mentors. I'm trying to figure out the best path for me.
That's great. What have you learned so far?
Well, I'm interested in graphic design, but I'm also considering a career in marketing. I've been exploring internships and talking to people in both fields.
Both are great fields with a lot of potential. Have you decided which one you're leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards graphic design right now. Always enjoyed being creative, and it seems like a good fit for my skills. But marketing still interests me, especially with all the digital trends.
It's good that you're keeping your options open. What's the next step for you in pursuing graphic design?
I'm applying for a few internships at design firms and working on building my portfolio. I'm also taking an online course to sharpen my skills.
That sounds like a solid plan. Building a strong portfolio is crucial in the design world. Are there any specific companies or projects you're aiming for?
I'm aiming for some local design studios and a couple of larger agencies that have great reputation. I've also been looking into freelance opportunities to get more experience.
Freelancing can be a great way to build experience and make connection. How do you plan to find freelance work?
I've been reaching out to local businesses and checking out freelance job boards online. I'm also thinking about offering my services to friends and family who might need design work.
That's a smart approach. Networking and word of mouth can often lead to great opportunities. Have you thought about how you'll manage your time between internships, freelance work, and coursework?
Yeah, it's going to be a balancing act. I'm planning to set up a schedule to make sure I stay on top of everything. I know it'll be busy, but I'm excited about the challenge.
That's a great attitude to have. Balancing multiple responsibilities can be tough, but staying organized and motivated will help a lot.
Definitely, and I've been talking to my mentor about time management strategies, which has been helpful.
Mentors can be invaluable for guidance and advice. What other advice have they given you about starting your career?
They've emphasized the importance of networking and continuing education. They also suggested that I start working on a personal brand, which I hadn't thought about before.
Personal branding is a great idea, especially in creative fields. It helps you stand out and showcase your unique style. Have you started working on that?
Yes, I've begun setting up a portfolio website and working on my social media presence. I'm trying to create a consistent and professional image.
That's excellent. A strong online presence can make a big difference in attracting clients and job opportunities. Are there any particular challenges you're facing?
One challenge is staying motivated when things get stressful. Balancing everything can be overwhelming at times, and I worry about not having enough time to do everything well.
That's a common concern, especially when you're juggling multiple responsibilities. Remember to take breaks and take care of yourself. It's important to avoid burnout.
I've been trying to find that balance. I'm setting aside some time each week for relaxation and hobbies, which helps a lot.
That's a great approach. Self-care is important for maintaining your overall well-being and productivity. How are you feeling about your progress so far?
I feel positive overall. I'm making strides in building my portfolio and gaining experience. Sometimes it feels like a lot, but I'm excited about the opportunities ahead.
That's a fantastic outlook. You're doing a great job of staying focused and proactive. Just keep pushing forward, and remember that it's okay to ask for help if you need it.
Thanks, Dad. Your support means a lot. I feel more confident knowing I have your backing.
I'm always here for you. Now let's enjoy the rest of our morning. How about we grab some breakfast and make a plan for the day?
Sounds perfect. I could use a break, and I'm ready for some good food.
Great, let's get going and make the most of today.
Sounds perfect. Could use a break, and I'm ready for some good food. By the way, do you have any tips on handling job interviews? I've got a few lined up and want to make a good impression.
Absolutely. One key thing is to research the company thoroughly. Know their values, recent projects, and the role you're applying for. It shows you're genuinely interested.
I've been doing that. I also plan to prepare some questions to ask them. What else should I focus on?
Practice common interview questions and focus on your strengths and achievements. Be ready to discuss specific examples of your work. And don't forget to showcase your enthusiasm and fit for the role.
Good tips. I've been practicing in front of the mirror, but it's different when you're actually in the interview.
It definitely can be. If you can, try to do a mock interview with a friend or mentor. It'll help you get more comfortable with speaking about your experiences.
That's a great idea. I'll set up a mock interview with my mentor. Thanks for the suggestion.
You're welcome. Also, remember to follow up after the interview with a thank you note. It's a nice touch and reinforces your interest.
I'll make sure to do that. I appreciate all your advice. It's been really helpful.
I'm glad to hear that. It's exciting to see you preparing for these opportunities. Do you have any particular goals for this year, aside from landing an internship?
I'm hoping to complete a significant project for my portfolio and maybe even get some recognition or awards for it. I think it would help my career.
Those are excellent goals. Building a standout portfolio is key, and recognition can open doors. Have you thought about how you'll approach this project?
I'm planning to work on a personal project that combines design with social impact. I want it to be something meaningful that reflects my values.
That sounds like a powerful and unique project. It'll make an impression. Make sure to document your process and results. It'll be great for your portfolio.
I'll keep track of everything. I'm excited about it. Feels good to work on something that I'm passionate about.
That's fantastic. Passion and enthusiasm often translate into great work. And remember, setbacks are part of the journey. Don't be discouraged if things don't go as planned.
Thanks for the encouragement. I'm keeping that in mind. It's comforting to know I have your support through all of this.
Always. Got a bright future ahead, and I believe in your abilities. Now, let's get that breakfast and enjoy some quality time together.
Sounds perfect. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too. Let's make today a great day. Scene: an evening at home. The father and daughter are relaxing on the couch, flipping through channels and looking for a movie to watch together. So, what do you feel like watching tonight? I was thinking we could catch a Hollywood classic.
That sounds great. You have any particular movie in mind?
I was considering something like Casablanca or The Godfather. Both are iconic in Hollywood history.
Those are great choices. I love Casablanca. It's such a timeless classic. But I'm also in the mood for something a bit more recent. Maybe a modern Hollywood blockbuster?
All right, how about something from the past decade? Maybe Inception or La La Land? Both are pretty popular and have great stories.
Good picks. Inception is mind-bending, and I love the concept of dreams within dreams, but I think I'm leaning towards La La Land tonight. The music and visuals are amazing.
I agree, La La Land is fantastic. The way it pays homage to old Hollywood musicals while adding a modern twist is brilliant.
Absolutely. And Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling have such great chemistry. Their performances make the movie.
They do. And the cinematography in La La Land is stunning. Captures the magic of Los Angeles.
Definitely. I remember seeing it in theaters and being blown away by the opening scene. It was so vibrant and energetic.
The opening scene is unforgettable. It sets the tone for the entire film. It's amazing how a well-done sequence can draw you into the story right away.
Totally. And speaking of great Hollywood scenes, have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? It's a recent favorite of mine.
Yes, I have. Quentin Tarantino outdid himself with that one. The way he captured the late 60s Hollywood was impressive.
I agree. The attention to detail and the nostalgic vibe were fantastic. Plus, Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt gave stellar performances.
They did. And Tarantino's unique style always brings something special to his films. It's interesting how he mixes historical events with fiction.
Absolutely. His movies are always a blend of history, imagination, and unique storytelling. Have you been watching any other Hollywood movies lately?
I watched Dune recently. The visuals and scale were incredible. It's a great example of how modern technology has transformed filmmaking.
I've heard a lot about Dune. It's on my watch list. The special effects and the world building look amazing.
They are. It's a testament to how far Hollywood has come with visual effects and storytelling. I think it's fascinating to see how the industry evolves.
Me too. It's exciting to see what innovations and stories will come next. Hollywood always has something new and interesting to offer.
That's the beauty of it. Whether it's a classic film or a new release, there's always something to enjoy and discuss. So, shall we settle on La La Land for tonight?
Yes, let's do it. I'm looking forward to it.
Great choice. Let's get comfortable and enjoy the movie.
Sounds perfect. I'll get the popcorn ready.
Awesome. I'll grab the drinks. Here's to a great movie night.